What is up, goalkeepers? If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe to get more of these film analysis so you can see the way that we break down clips not only from inside our own community, but as well clips from the professional game. If you're not sure what our community is, it's called the Goalkeepers Union. It is an exclusive online community to connect goalkeepers, goalkeeper coaches. We have goalkeepers from all levels that are in there. We have a variety of resources. We do these film analysis inside the community where our members can submit their film and get it broken down live here on camera. We also do training programs. We have other webinars like mental performance, pregame preparation, all types of fun stuff. So click the link down below and make sure you check that out. So let's get right into it. I've got a special clip to share with you guys. Firstly, it's a not actually a film analysis clip, but I think you'll find it extremely interesting because this is everything that we talk about when it comes to mental performance and it comes to self talk, things like that. So let's just watch this clip play. Sorry, give you some volume there. So this might just look like any other training clip, but what I love particularly through this clip, and just to give you some context, this is Adrian Zendejas. He's actually a good friend of mine. We spent time together at Miami FC. He's now with the Vancouver Whitecaps. He's had a heck of a career, top professional. He's always tried to help me get better. And so I think seeing him embodying this is just so cool. So as you'll see throughout this clip, he's giving himself these little reminders: control, calm. And what's great is it's not before the rep, it's not after the rep, but it's actually during the rep. And so this is something that I'm a big believer in being able to talk your way into a feeling and giving yourself these little reminders, regardless of how you actually feel. When your brain hears this, it has no choice but to have the body react in that way. So in this session, they're doing a crossing drill, and of course, as we know, crosses can be extremely terrifying, different services, bodies crash, and all types of things. So to tell himself before each ball, calm, control, it's true professionalism at its finest. And thanks to the technology, we're able to see this, which is just so phenomenal. So if you're not already, make sure you're taking advantage of the technology that allows you to see behind the scenes of these athletes. So next, oh, and funny enough, I've got that picture pulled up. There's Adrian and I during our time at Miami FC. It's a great picture. So shout out Adrian, or AZ as I like to call him. So next, we've got this clip here from one of our community members. So watching this completely live, no reaction now that I know. Phenomenal save. So let's break down what happens here. So it's got slow mo, which is already great. So let's look. So first thing I noticed here is the starting position is too near the first post. We need to be more in the center here. It looks like we're kind of getting involved with this player, which honestly, it's not our responsibility. That's our defender's responsibility. So we should be positioned here in the middle. So it's an in swinger as well. So the depth's good in regards to being on the line, but we need to be in more of a center starting position. And in this scenario as well, too, you should always have a defender in between the attacker as a way to move him if you need to come get the ball. Because as you can see, you're fully focused on him. And if you did have to come get that ball, you might not have been able to. But thankfully, it's not the best service. Ball gets kind of deflected. Decent header. Good push. Big hand over. And turns out to be a great save. But there's a few little things that we can improve on there, which is great. So let's look at a few other. Got a bunch of little recordings here that we're just going to rip through. So this was Rapids versus Inter Miami. So I'm going to let this play through. It doesn't look like much, and I'll explain what exactly we're breaking down. If you can guess, even better. I'll give you a little bit more time. I'll let it play through. So I'll actually pause it on my end here. So what I want you to notice is it might look like Dane St. Clair here is positioned maybe a little bit too much to his first post, but this is actually very smart because him being the veteran that he is, he sees that this ball is traveling wide. He sees that his defender is closing in. And so the chances are going to be that he shoots first post. Of course, it's not guaranteed, but as a pro, you can anticipate. You've seen the situations a lot of times. And so ultimately, you can kind of anticipate. Unfortunately, the highlights, it didn't show where the shot went. But as you can see here, you can just see Dane shifting, shifting, even checking his shoulder there. And I mean, here you can even see like he's completely outside of the first post. So to the naked eye, this might seem like it's, way out of position, but ultimately this is where we want to be in that regards. So go ahead and delete that. Actually, we don't need that. Okay, that's my own playing. We've already broken that down. Okay, this is the same clip. I don't, did it show the shot in this one? No. Okay, that's fine. We'll get rid of that one too. What do we got here? Okay, so same game. And this was, I believe, Miami's second goal. Yeah. So let it play. And let's see what you guys think. If at any moment too you guys think you know the answer, know what he did wrong, then drop it in the comments. Let me know down below. So a few things here. So ball gets played wide outside of the 18-yard box. And interesting position from Stefan here because he's not really in the middle. He's not really at his first post. He's kind of in between. I like how high off the line he is, but personally, I think I would be a little bit more central because the first post really isn't a threat from this angle, and you can anticipate that the cross is going to come in. And what you see happen is now because he's too close to that first post, the ball gets kind of chipped over his head, and now he's moving backwards. Anytime you're moving backwards like this as a goalkeeper, it spells trouble. And at the last second, he realized, oh, I can't get to this ball. So now he's backtracking, and then the ball's already shot, and he's in no position to react and make a save. So if he would have been just more central in his initial starting position, he either could have come and gotten the first ball, or he could have just dropped back to his line and probably would have been, a relatively somewhat easy save having been set and prepared. He has the reactions to be able to do it, but unfortunately, because of that starting position. So for me, my rule of thumb is anytime that ball gets over this 18-yard line, that's when I will then shift into this first post area. But with the ball this far wide, the first post is really not a huge threat. So let's see what else we got. Okay, we just did that one. Great. Here's another one. And I think this is the same clip just from a different angle. Yeah. I believe it has the back angle. So let's see here. Oh, hopefully you guys can. Hopefully it's not in the way. Okay. Okay, no other angle, but that's fine. So we'll delete that one because we already have the other one. Great. That's my clip. Okay. Get rid of that. I think these are all mine if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Apologies for not being super organized. Yes, here's the other angle I was looking for. So as you can see here, he's clearly not in the middle of the goal. And he is more to his first post than I even looked at in the original clip. And so, as you can see here from this angle, now the ball's crossed and now he's moving backwards, moving backwards. He can't see, he doesn't know what's there. And at this moment, he's realizing that, oh man, I have to go backwards now because I can't get this ball. And to be fair, the Miami player does really well to win this header over two guys. But as you can see, the reaction time from this close is just nearly impossible. Whereas if Stefan's on his line here, he gives himself a better chance because as you see, it just basically goes directly to where he's at. So, okay, I believe these are all my clips. Yes, just to double check. And what we'll do, because I think that's all the pro clips that I have recorded that I wanted to talk about, let's go into the Bayern game. Let me just double check if there's anything else here that I want to. Okay, that's the AZ clip. Okay, another one here. So similar, I believe, to the crossing one we just spoke about, or maybe not. Let me see. Okay. Really interesting clip here. So, of course, I think everyone knows what the answer to this clip is. But one thing I want to notice right away is look at how much better this position is. Of course, the ball's a little bit wider, so it makes sense for the goalkeeper to be in this middle position. But he's in a much better crossing position here, and he's in a good position to deal with this ball. But one thing he does not do is he does not attack the ball. He lets the ball get to him. And at the highest level, and this isn't even the highest level, this is MLS Next Pro, strikers are taller, they're faster, they're smarter, and they are going to get to these balls before you do. And as you can see here, by not running towards the ball, and it's not even like that ball is that high, right? Because the striker is winning it with his head. I understand if he's running straight and using his hands to get a ball that's above the crossbar. And as a goalkeeper, you always have the advantage with your hands. But this ball is so extremely low that right in this moment, if he had taken the diagonal angle, he could have potentially secured the ball, but at the very least punched it. And so, very unfortunate one for the keeper there. But let that be a lesson to you, particularly in training, to really test yourself and force yourself to always catch the ball at the highest point whenever possible.